Hi, I'm Leroy. Welcome to your favorite channel, Final Scene Story. This time, I am continuing the summary of the 4th episode of the Japanese drama titled The Queen's Classroom. In this episode, Mrs. Maya has to solve a theft case after one of her students loses a wallet which happens to take place in class 6-3. Wow, how will Mrs. Maya solve this case? That's why watch this video until the end and of course, enjoy watching. One night at Kazumi's apartment, Kazumi's mother asks why Kazumi didn't dance during yesterday's school anniversary celebration. Kazumi, who doesn't want her parents to worry, makes an excuse that Kazumi was in the bathroom because of a stomachache. Of course, Kazumi's mother doesn't immediately believe her excuse. Kazumi's father, who has just returned from work, forbids his wife from asking again because Kazumi has already answered and they should just trust their daughter. Then, just as Kazumi's mother is about to go to the kitchen, she suddenly smells perfume on Kazumi's father's body. Of course, Kazumi's mother suspects her husband is having an affair with another woman. Kazumi can only watch her parents' argument in silence because she herself also has problems at school. The problem is the betrayal of her classmates that happened in episode 3. The next morning, Kazumi rushes to school because as class leader, Kazumi has to arrive earlier than the other students. When Kazumi arrives at school, Erika and her gang greet Kazumi to apologize for yesterday's betrayal. They admit that they were pressured by Mrs. Maya and say that they are still on Kazumi's side. Long story short, as the first period begins, Mrs. Maya says that starting today there will be daily tests and these tests will determine who gets to go home early and who goes home last. Of course, the students protest because most of them have after-school lessons. Mrs. Maya does this because yesterday all her students nearly boycotted the dance performance being provoked by one person. Of course, the students glance sharply at Kazumi who had incited them, making Kazumi not dare to lift her head. Mrs. Maya also announces that starting today they will be divided into 6 groups with group leaders chosen directly by Mrs. Maya. Kazumi is in group 6 together with Hikaru and Yusuke, but the group leader is Hisako. Mrs. Maya orders each group leader to report to her every time a member causes trouble. If they agree not to report, then Mrs. Maya will punish all of them. On the other hand, if they report even a student outside their group who is planning another boycott, Mrs. Maya will not hesitate to reward the reporter. Besides teaching responsibility, this grouping also aims to make them suspicious and watch each other, so they can no longer be united, let alone plan another boycott. Hisako immediately stares at Kazumi as if to say Kazumi is her prey. After class ends, Group 6 is tasked by Mrs. Maya with cleaning the gymnasium again. Yusuke confronts Hisako and calls her ungrateful because Hisako leaked the boycott plan yesterday even though the boycott was meant to defend Hisako. Of course, Kazumi stops Yusuke from picking on Hisako because Hisako must have done it under Mrs. Maya's pressure. Not only does Kazumi defend Hisako, Kazumi also praises Hisako again for being good at drawing and asks Hisako to show them her drawings again. But Hisako refuses, accusing Kazumi of only trying to trick her and then report her weaknesses to Mrs. Maya. Of course, Kazumi denies it, but Hisako, who no longer trusts Kazumi, leaves them. That night at a karaoke place, Kazumi meets Mrs. Tendo again and tells Mrs. Tendo how gloomy her classmates have been lately. Mrs. Tendo, who cannot do much, advises Kazumi to keep spreading her cheerfulness to her classmates. Because Mrs. Tendo admits, Mrs. Tendo also always feels cheerful when Kazumi is around. Mrs. Tendo believes that if Kazumi keeps spreading cheerfulness in class, then Kazumi's classmates will no longer feel gloomy. The next day in art class, Mari excites her friends by showing off a unique limited edition wallet she bought. As the group leader, Erika reminds them not to be noisy and to focus on their tasks. Of course, the 3 of them don't like being scolded and mocks Erika's outdated hairstyle instead. Seeing her best friend Erika being picked on, Kazumi doesn't stay silent and starts singing while drawing like a kindergarten kid. Sure enough, the class immediately falls silent watching Kazumi standing on her chair. But as soon as the drawing is finished, Mari and her gang mock Kazumi's bad drawing. Kazumi doesn't get angry, instead Kazumi invites her classmates to have fun during the break. For Kazumi, they all should stay cheerful even if Mrs. Maya has made them divided like this. But Takako, the smart student, disagrees with Kazumi's invitation, saying Kazumi only wants to avoid studying. Then Mrs. Maya enters the classroom, making all students return to their seats. Mrs. Maya asks each group leader what just happened in this class. Koichi from group 1 says nothing happened. Takako from group 2 also says nothing happened. The leaders of groups 3 and 4 also say nothing happened. Erika from group 5 also claims nothing happened since Mari and her gang are staring sharply at Erika. But unfortunately, Hisako from group 6 says that Kazumi caused a disturbance in class earlier. With this, Mrs. Maya punishes group 6 by making them clean the art class after school. Then Mrs. Maya praises Hisako for being a good reporter. After school, Yusuke approaches Kazumi and suggests Kazumi to stop resisting Mrs. Maya and just follow Mrs. Maya's wishes. Or if Kazumi disagrees, Yusuke suggests they skip school once in a while. Of course, Kazumi refuses, calling Yusuke a coward who runs away from problems. Hearing Kazumi's sharp words, Yusuke leaves Kazumi and Hikaru in the classroom. Hikaru reminds Kazumi that what Kazumi just said sounded a bit offensive, even though Yusuke meant well. Kazumi replies that Kazumi is stupid and not as smart as Hikaru, who is always calm in almost every situation. This time, Hikaru is the one who feels offended by Kazumi's words. Kazumi immediately realizes that Kazumi might have gone too far today. A few days later, Mari excites the class again, but this time because her wallet has gone missing from her bag. And that wallet was a limited edition wallet Mari got with much effort. Coincidentally, Mrs. Maya enters the class and finds out about Mari's missing wallet. Mrs. Maya is determined to find the thief no matter what. Mrs. Maya forbids the students from taking a break or going home until she finds the thief. Mrs. Maya's method is to give a piece of white paper to every student and tell them to write down the name of the most suspicious person. Anyone who protects the thief's identity will be considered a thief as well. Mrs. Maya gives them until the end of the second period to submit a name. During break, the vice principal asks why class 6-3 isn't taking a break. Mrs. Maya says it's because a student's wallet is missing and Mrs. Maya wants to find the thief. Mrs. Tendo disagrees, saying this could make the culprit feel humiliated and hurt. But if it's not solved, Mrs. Maya fears the thief will feel safe and repeat it again. Mrs. Tendo suggests that Mrs. Maya's student be told to imagine how painful it feels to lose something, hoping the thief's conscience will be moved so they return the item and never repeat it. But Mrs. Maya says if that worked, then war would have ended a long time ago. The point is, Mrs. Maya says Mrs. Tendo's method is too speculative, while Mrs. Maya's way is to instill fear of punishment in children if they dare to commit a crime. After break, Mrs. Maya checks the students' papers, but no one of them writes down a suspicious name. As a result, Mrs. Maya punishes the whole class by giving them more homework and making them do the class leader's duties. Of course, the smart students who feel they have nothing to do with this protest against Mrs. Maya. But Mrs. Maya says this is what is called responsibility, because they are forced to take responsibility once students start accusing another of being the thief. Of course, the accused student refuses, causing a lot quarrel among the students. Kazumi is also accused since Kazumi is the first to come and last to leave the classroom. Of course, Yusuke defends Kazumi fiercely. Mrs. Maya stays silent and just watches because Mrs. Maya also wants to see which student is most suspicious. Then, during the second break, Erika secretly goes to a quiet place in the school to throw away Mari's wallet that Erika stole. Coincidentally, Kazumi sees this and of course Erika panics. Erika admits to being the thief, but not because Erika wanted to own it, rather because Erika wanted Mari to stop flaunting the wallet in front of her. Then, Kazumi suggests Erika just confess and apologize to Mari. Of course, Erika refuses, afraid of being severely punished by Mrs. Maya and harassed by Mari and her gang. Erika begs Kazumi to just return the wallet to Mari's bag later when everyone goes to music class. Kazumi hesitates, but Erika pleads, saying they have been best friends since childhood. At this point, Kazumi reluctantly agrees. Long story short, when all their classmates leave class 6-3 for music class, Erika signals Kazumi, who is still in class, to help her return the wallet. Very slowly, Kazumi takes out Mari's wallet, then carefully walks towards Mari's bag to put it back inside. But unfortunately, a student suddenly returns to get something they forgot, and that student is Hisako, the leader of Group 6. Of course, Kazumi panics while Hisako immediately rushes to Mrs. Maya to report what Hisako saw. Kazumi chases Hisako to explain, but unfortunately, Hisako's report has already reached Mrs. Maya. Then, after all the students returns to class 6-3, Kazumi is put on trial by Mrs. Maya in front of her classmates, who are told to form a circle around Kazumi. Mrs. Maya asks why Kazumi stole Mari's wallet. Kazumi denies stealing it because Kazumi was only asked by her friend to return Mari's wallet. Then Mrs. Maya asks which friend told her to do that. Kazumi refuses to reveal the friend's identity because Kazumi doesn't want to betray her. With this, Mrs. Maya is forced to punish Kazumi and treat Kazumi as the thief until her friend confesses. Not only Kazumi, but all members of Group 6 will also be punished as a result of Kazumi's actions. Before receiving her punishment, Mrs. Maya wants Kazumi to apologize to her classmates. With teary eyes holding back her shame, Kazumi apologizes to everyone for causing so much trouble. After school, Kazumi and Group 6 are punished by cleaning the school, which makes Hisako so annoyed that Hisako mocks Kazumi as a bad person. Of course, this makes Kazumi sad and brings her to tears again. Kazumi approaches Hikaru to say she is not a thief. Hikaru says that even if Kazumi is not a thief, right now no one trusts her anymore. Yusuke himself starts to get fed up with everyone in class 6-3 and decides to skip school for a long time. So Kazumi must face the coming days without any more support from her friends. After serving her punishment, Kazumi meets Erika outside the school to talk about something important. Kazumi wants Erika to confess, but of course Erika refuses completely. Erika says this is all Kazumi's fault for meddling in other people's business. If Kazumi had let Erika throw away Mari's wallet, this problem wouldn't have become so complicated. Soon, Erika's two other friends arrive to ask what happened. Erika says Kazumi accused Erika of being the thief, and of course the two friends takes Erika's side. Then, Erika decides to end their friendship and the three of them leave Kazumi standing alone in the pouring rain. Of course, this makes Kazumi feel even sadder because Erika and the others have been her childhood friends. That night, Kazumi returns to her apartment only to find her parents fighting as her father is strongly suspected of having an affair with another woman. As a result, the sad Kazumi leaves the apartment again to calm herself down in the heavy rain. Suddenly, Kazumi is stopped by her homeroom teacher, Mrs. Maya Kutsu. Mrs. Maya tells Kazumi that now no one is on her side anymore. That's why Mrs. Maya suggests Kazumi just obey her so that Kazumi doesn't have to cry like this. Kazumi swears that Kazumi will never cry again. The answer is also a rejection of Mrs. Maya's demand that Kazumi obey her. Then, after returning home, Kazumi meets the one person who is always on her side, her older sister, Yukanda. Kazumi finally breaks down in tears in Yukanda's arm. Mrs. Maya smiles sincerely while looking at Kazumi's apartment window that is still lit, as if Mrs. Maya knows that Kazumi must already feel calmer in Yukanda's room. And that's the end of summary for episode 4. What do you think about episode 4? Please let me know in the comment section, I will read them later. Thank you for watching this video until the end and see you in the next video. Bye!